Are we on? We're on. Okay, so today we're making pho. And I said it was going to be the cheat method, and it totally is. I cheat all the time when I'm cooking, and just people don't know it. But sometimes I've done the pho with the bone broth, where you take a bunch of bones, you put them in the oven, you get them roasted until they're dark brown. You bring them out, you put them in your stock pot. You first boil them real hard to get rid of all that sludge that comes off of them. Dump that water out, back a new set of water, and you just reduce it down with star anise and onion and cinnamon, lots of spices, garlic, fish sauce, all those things in there, and you just go until it reduces down, and it takes forever, and you don't get a whole lot of stuff. And so I figured out a new cheat method, and it's these guys right here. And I looked at Super Bear yesterday, they don't have them. Probably because I bought them all. Because if they have them, I grab like 6. And so we have this pot going right now, which is my pho broth in it. And it's about half full, and I don't know how much water that is. But I put one whole box. This one right here is empty now. And I tasted it a little bit ago, and it tastes fine. So that's what we're going with. So today we have, well, come on over here. Come over here, Alexa. We have, these are going to be what we add to our broth when we're ready to go. Over here I have soaking warm noodles. They're in warm water, they're rice noodles. This kind right here, and it might be hard to see, but those are Thai rice noodles. That's what I got. I don't know if you can see that. But then for the salad action we got is we have chopped cilantro, chopped basil, fresh basil, scallion green onions here. We have fresh jalapeno. We have mung bean sprouts, which I went the extra mile on. Here's one right here. This is what, they come with a little tail. And so I actually physically picked each tail off of those. This is what they really look like with a tail. So I went through and cut each one of those. We have chopped New York steak, cut against the grain. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. We have lime, kind of working back over this way. We have hoisin sauce, not the brand I wanted, but that's what they had. I could make hoisin sauce, but it takes a while, and I'm not going to do that. So you can just buy it. There's your hoisin sauce. We have red chili garlic sauce. I like this stuff. Some people like to use sriracha, sriracha chili sauce. This is the brand I like to get. Lee Kum Kee. I wish that this was that, but it's not. But I like that. I like red chili garlic sauce in my pho better than sriracha. And some people will add fish sauce to that as well. So we got the broth going. We've got our cut steak here. I'm going to cut a little bit more of that, and I'm going to show you how that's done. Come with me to my fridge. We have lots of pictures on the fridge. Here's just stuff. This is that's Elliot. That's Oli. Just family members and stuff. So I've got a little piece of steak there, and I don't like using, I know people are like, oh my gosh, he's using a wood cutting board to cut meat. And I'm sorry, but wood cutting boards kill your knives. I spent time today cutting my steak, and I put it in the freezer for just a little bit so I can get it nice and sharp. But I'm just cutting these against the grain here, little tiny slices there. And I don't like I said, I don't like to use the plastic because that just kills your knives really quickly, and it's hard on them. So I wash it, and you can gasp if you want, but that's just the way I do it. Anyway, someday if you do this, and it's very easy with these ingredients I just showed you, you can really impress your friends, and they can be like, holy smokes, man, you can make pho? And you be like, yeah, I make pho. What's up? And, it tastes good. People like it, and it's really delicious. If you've never had it before, which I would think most people have, but we're gonna get a quick stir fry, just a quick fry on that. So I'm going to use my wok. Did I mention the noodles yet? I forgot.
You did.
Okay, the noodles are soaking in very, very warm but not boiling water. So, same thing here like a stir fry. Fire that thing up. Wait till that thing starts smoking. This is not booze. This is oil. I'm using peanut oil. Now I know that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, she's using peanut oil. Olive oil is so much healthier, and you're right. But if you get a wok really hot like this and put olive oil in there, as we just saw it out in the yard, Wade tried it because he's out there with a fire and he was making a steak, and he had a cast iron, and you put olive oil in there, and whoosh, pretty soon he had flames. Like, not pretty soon, like immediately. Bam, flames. So looking for the smoke. This thing is up as high as I can get it. Yeah, so just waiting for that for a second. That takes a while. Here's the broth over here. If we haven't seen it already, it's just simmering. That's just what we want when we make our bowl here. Which reminds me, I should probably get a bowl ready. We'll use this big one. Did some drumming last night. I was supposed to have a neighbor come out, and a little bit of smoke there. See that? That's what you're looking for. So that's when you turn the heat off. And take your oil here. And you get that thing. This is what makes your non-stick surface, hopefully, on your wok. Back on the heat. Yeah, so I did some drumming last night. I have a PA system that I've never used. I bought it just in case the odd gig came up where I would need it. And nobody else had a PA, so I just wanted to make sure I had that. So I did that. I'm going to turn that down because I'm talking for a second. And got ready for my neighbor to come over. And he couldn't make it. So I just went out there and just played a little bit. Just some old, like some Bonham beats and what else did I play? I just some blues, but mainly I just did a lot of Bonham stuff people would recognize. Played a couple of bars and then stopped. But if you heard drumming last night, that was me. And if I have like ruined your sleep, it was only like 7 p.m., but if I ruined your sleep, I apologize. Okay, so we're back on here, and there we go. Really quick here. This meat hasn't been seasoned at all. It's just I'm getting a little bit of a brown on it too. All I'm doing. Let's break this up here. Sorry. Just getting a quick brown, get the red out. You know what? I've made this a million times, or maybe like more like 16 times, and just didn't even cook the meat. But I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to go for a little bit of a brown on it this time. But you can just put it in there. If your broth is hot enough, it'll pretty much cook the meat for you. If you're like me, I mean, I'll eat raw meat anyway, or steak, not burger or something like that. But okay, that's good. That's all I want right there. So like I said, this is speed. This is the fast way to do it. These are the longest. This was the most involved thing here. So here I'm going to get ready for this to go here. First thing I'm going to do is take some of these noodles. They've been rinsed so that that flour starch water isn't in there anymore. A little bit of these guys, and they're al dente for sure. But I'm going to put that hot water in there, and that's going to keep cooking them a little bit. They're a little long, but. All right, getting them in there. Okay, next, I'm going to take some of my mung bean sprouts here, a little bit there, a couple of these jalapenos here, some of the cilantro. This is really like a salad and a soup at the same time. Green onions here, fresh basil there. I probably should have kind of drained this a little bit, but I didn't. So. Whatever. A couple pieces of the sirloin in there, the New York steak. And at that point, now I'm ready for, crap, I lost my boil. Ready for the broth here. Where you at? Over there? Okay, so the broth going on here. I'm trying not to cover everything with it. But I want it to eventually be deep enough so that it covers all the noodles so that it continues to cook them. And another thing I forgot to do is get myself a couple of spoons. So a lot of people will serve this with hoisin sauce. So a little dab of hoisin sauce there. To make that look decent. Some red chili garlic sauce. And then I think that's all I want in this one. Clean that up again.
It's on the side.
Oh, yeah. you don't want to give this to somebody with like stuff falling off of it and getting all over their hands and whatnot. Set of chopsticks here. And so this is about making you be the pho king. The pho king or the pho queen, as it were, depending on who you are. And hopefully you can, like I said, you'll impress your friends. Oh, one does want a little bit of lime on there. So just fresh lime juice in there. And this is smelling pretty good. So there you go. That's my quick, easy pho. Happy birthday. There's a couple birthdays I saw on my Facebook feed today for Penny Byler. Happy birthday. And Edna Scathelstead. Happy birthday. That's it. Thanks for recording us, Alexa.
Yep. We have a question.
What's the question?
Maddie would like you to go over the broth again. She didn't see that part.
The broth. Okay, so this is the complete cheat broth. I put a half of a pot. I don't know how much that is. Honestly, I just filled it halfway, got it boiling, and then I used, there's 4 cubes in here. I used 4 cubes of that, and I put a little bit of fish sauce.
Can I see the box again?
These things are awesome, and it's going to taste like the professional. That's one of the reasons I took the, I spent the, I forgot. Oh no, I put them in there. You know, you get the little tails on these things. Like, it's a real pain in the ass to pick every one of these things off like this. But when you're running a cooking show, it's like you're a professional now, eh? So that's why I did that.
Yeah, except you're a cheat.
No one needs to know that.
You just showed him.
Well, I'm sorry. But yeah, I cheated today. But that doesn't mean I cheat all the time. It probably does. Just cooking, though. That's the only time I cheat. But anyway, thank you, everyone. And I said this would be my last one, or the last one would be my last one. But it ain't going to be, because I think it's pretty fun. So I don't know what I'm going to do next. But do something.
If you have any requests,
Sure.
put it in the comments.
Goodbye.